What is lifestyle inflation? A lot of people have said to me on my website and elsewhere, I've heard you use this expression lifestyle inflation before, and I'm not exactly sure what it means. So I'm going to explain briefly what lifestyle inflation means now. Lifestyle inflation is beyond the normal inflation rate of a country. Right? Most countries at the moment have a 2 or 3% inflation rate. Lifestyle inflation is when your personal inflation rate goes through the roof. Now, who does this actually affect the most? It tends to affect people when they start to earn much more money in their late 20s and 30s. So for example, I know several people, several founders of companies who struggled very hard for 5 years, 6 years. And then suddenly, things accumulate, they get more customers and so on, and they see a big increase in their income. They could be 400%, 500%, even 10 times, 1,000% or more, because all of their hard work eventually pays off for them. Obviously not everyone, but in many cases of successful founders, it takes them a few years to really get going. Now, some people, it could be very quickly, some people could take them more than 10 years, but in general, a lot of people, if they succeed in business, it takes them 3 years, 5 years or more. Now, some of those people put the money aside, right? They invest more, but some people tend to say, right, you know what, I'm earning 200 grand now. Before I was earning 50 grand. Well, great, I can, fly business every time. I can always stay in 5 or even 6-star hotels. So they end up spending every penny they have. So a lot of people wonder, well, how is it possible for some sports stars or some former, CEOs of companies to go broke? And a lot of the time it is that basically as more money comes in, you just spend more money. That's lifestyle inflation, and it can kind of creep up on people because some lifestyle inflation is probably normal, right? If you have kids, for example, or life happens. You might want to support your parents when they're older, and obviously some of those things can be great things, right? You're doing a great job if you're supporting some people in your family who really need help. But some of that lifestyle inflation is just basically keeping up with the Joneses. In other words, you see it in consulting firms a lot. Go to London, go to New York, have lunch in the central business district, and you'll see a lot of very well paid young people who are just trying to basically impress each other. And that's where lifestyle inflation really kicks in. Okay, everyone, I hope that was useful.